more than 30 to 50 LPA, right, for AI engineers of other startups doing the same. So there's a example of a startup called Artisan AI. They ran a quiet campaign that caught my eye. Stop hiring humans. When we saw it, like, it sounds scary. I also work in IT sector, right? Because now, if you're going in an interview for data scientist role, more of a technical kind of a role, you need to have a knowledge of LLMs. You need to have a knowledge of agents as well. When we talk about AI agents, they are not like any new advanced system, but they are actually using everything behind it to make a workflow.
Alright, so I'm pretty sure many of you are already aware that what is the most hottest topic in the tech industry right now, be it the Instagram tech reels, TikTok videos, LinkedIn posts, or the blogs and the content over X. The most common thing you will observe, most of them are talking about the agentic AI and the AI agents, how to build it, the interesting case studies, what is new into that one, new library, new framework, and all these things. So no doubt agentic AI is the most buzzing term in the tech industry right now. And for aspiring data professionals, 3-4 years back, these were not the trending and hot topics. Mostly they were talking about the data science, how to become a data scientist, AI and ML. And now it is the right time to shift your gears and become the master of agentic AI. If you don't know how to build the AI agents, how to work on it, what are the fundamentals, what are the core of it, how to implement it, then you are way behind into this league and you need to catch up very fast. And just for this topic specifically, I have invited someone who is actually building the realistic AI agents in the industry. And in this podcast, we will be talking about the agentic AI thoroughly, most important, the fundamental of it, the case studies, how to learn it step by step, the complete roadmap, what kind of AI agents you can build, and what is the structural path to learn it, and who can learn the agentic AI things, what are the prerequisites, what are the requirements, and all those important points, including opportunities and the salary discussions. So make sure to watch it till the very end, and make sure to hit the like button if you enjoy all this discussion, and forward it to your friends as well who are ignoring agentic AI. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon. And I am really excited to announce one thing, that on our platform Grow Data Skills, we are bringing our first online live classroom agentic AI bootcamp, which will be complete basic to advanced. You just need to have the willingness to learn the new things and catch up. In this bootcamp, within 2 months, we will be teaching the entire agentic AI from basic to advanced with all important frameworks and libraries like LangChain, LangGraph, and many others. And the main agenda of this bootcamp to build advanced level AI agents as well in the classes itself, so that someone can learn the entire process, how to do it in a low code manner, and how to even code your AI agents. And that is how we are going to teach in this agentic AI bootcamp, so that you are well prepared with solid projects for your portfolio, for your resume. So it's a limited seat bootcamp, and live classes are starting really soon. So link has been given in the description, or you can visit www.growdataskills.com to enroll in this bootcamp right now. If you have any query, any doubt, make sure to give us a call or WhatsApp message on this number. We will help you to answer all those things. And in this bootcamp, you will be getting dedicated online, offline doubt support, dedicated placement assistance, including quizzes, assignments, solutions, the interview guide for each topic, each module, the resume building session, LinkedIn profile making session, and Naukri profile making sessions, and lot more things. So I hope you will not miss this opportunity and will join it as soon as possible. All right, so thank you so much, Shubhankit, for joining me in this podcast. Really excited to have a discussion around the data domain once again, but after a very long time. I know we had a podcast way long back, but for the audience who is watching you for the very first time, can you give a short introduction about yourself, that about your educational background, and in your working professional, where you have worked so far and how it was?
Thank you, Shank, for having me again here. So again, my name is 𝗍𝗶𝗶𝗹. I currently work as an AI engineer at Worldwide Technology. Before this, I worked as a data scientist. I worked as a data analyst. I've been into this industry for almost 5 years now, and I've been a long learner of data science and AI. And along with that, I'm trying to be a good instructor as well.
Okay, so now let's start maybe from a very basic question. As you mentioned, you have almost 5 years of experience now. So I can definitely say you have seen different phases of this data science, AI, ML part, and in last 2-3 years, what is actually trending in the industry. So can you elaborate this journey, how it has changed for you, and what is currently in the industry where most of the crowd is going behind it?
So, Shashank, if I'll summarize it like in one sentence, right? So I would say the syllabus has increased, right? So when I started out, and I didn't start it out like 2015, 2010, right? This is like 2020 when I started out actually working in the industry. So at that time, machine learning projects were the main thing that was happening, right? So if you see a project in any company, they'll have machine learning, and then need people who know machine learning really well, right? Now, if you look at the current scenario, still people need machine learning. You will go in interviews, people will ask you machine learning if you're going for data scientists, those kind of roles. But there are many other AI technologies that had came up which has made itself quite accessible to the users, right? Things like LLM, things like agents, right? They are made quite accessible to the user, and that's why a number of people using AI has increased. And that has increased the syllabus, right? Because now if you're going in an interview for data scientist role, more of a technical kind of a role, you need to have a knowledge of LLMs, you need to have a knowledge of agents as well, right? So that thing has changed. People who are working in industry have noticed is gradually, new projects are coming, they upscale and they work on it. But since these new projects doesn't require you to be expert in some of the previous thing, right? So many people from other industries are also coming in, and you see this in tools as well, right? Any tool you'll work on, you'll see they're coming with a new version in which they have included AI in the tool itself, right? So those things has changed a lot.
Maybe I have a follow-up question as well. So with respect to AI only, right, in the recent couple of years, there is so much happening with the AI innovations and all, so many terms, so much of noise, be it Instagram tech creators creating reels around it, talking about the different innovations, same happening on the LinkedIn as well. So can you pinpoint that what is exactly going in the domain of AI itself, right? Why there is so much noise around that one? What is that which is trending?
As I said, right, I think we are at that point where many people are using AI, and then when many people are using the complete AI system, it becomes easy to use, and then people who are building it also try to make it easy to use, right? And same thing goes in actually developing the agents, right, which are something which are easy to use and making life easier for people, right? So AI agent is something that is happening right now, right? And there are many things in AI agents to know. There are many things people are doing in it, many great things people are doing in it, and that is something which is if you'll see Instagram, if you'll see LinkedIn, people are talking about it. People are making many weird agents sometimes, and in companies as well, people are making agents which save a lot of money for clients, right? So that's something that's quite a buzz, and same is in my feed as well.
So as you mentioned about the agentic AI agents, why not to discuss about it in a layman term? Like if you want anyone to understand what agentic AI agents are, so what is that and how it is different from anything which is existing in the data science AI ML domain?
That's a really good question, Shank. So if you see, let's take it from the start. Okay, so first you had machine learning, right, where people were trying to understand the pattern in the data, and based on that pattern they were making a prediction. Then we had neural networks, where we are trying to mimic human brain and detect those patterns. You can say it complex form of machine learning, right? Then we had NLP plus neural network, which together came as LLM, right? And then we have generative AI, where we use that LLM to generate content. That's why it's called generative AI, right? When we talk about AI agents, they are not like any new advanced system, but they are actually using everything behind it to make a workflow, right? Instead of increasing on the level of complexity, they are making things easy. Okay, now design a complete workflow which might hit a machine learning algorithm in between, which might call a LLM model in between, right? Which might not even do anything with AI, just query the database or hit an external API. or just fetch some data or scrap some data, any step that you can think of.
Okay.
Right, and you can include that in an AI agent to make a complete system. Now, how it is differentiated from any other thing that has come before it, because this system will take decisions. Right, obviously you will plan it accordingly, you have designed it to take a decision, you have given instructions to take a decision, and then those decisions are made autonomously. They don't wait for anyone, they don't wait for any meetings, they don't wait for any scrum calls, things like that. And they'll take a decision, and for doing that decision they'll also take reasoning, planning and action. Right, so it will reason, hey, this is I should do. It will make a plan according to, okay, this is what I have to achieve, so this is the plan I should follow, and then it will take a decision. Of course, you can add a human in the loop, which is a separate topic to learn in AI agents, but that is an idea. Now it's taking an action, right? And that's what makes other thing redundant. Then there are many tasks that we do on a day-to-day basis, which could be automated. Just take an example of let's say I have a ServiceNow ticket open, okay, and let's say I'm a mid-level manager, and my task was just to open ServiceNow, log in and check that ticket status, current status, assign it to someone else. Right, so that will take me some time, right? Instead, I can have an AI agent. I'll just talk to it or even speak to it, right? That is also possible. You can speak to an AI agent, hey, there's a ticket number this, can you move it to cancel lane and just add a note this. You speak the note and it'll automate that, and the thing that surprises me more is ServiceNow is allowing this, right? So everyone is, as a part of them, they have accepted, this is we are allowing this thing to happen. That's what AI agent is, right? And I think we understood, right, why it's important.
Since you have talked about the AI agents and you have working on it, and you might have explored a lot of good case studies, interesting maybe ideas companies have built or interesting AI agents. So anything you would like to explain to the user which you thought a very good problem solved by the AI agent itself?
Yep. So there is one that is happening in my organization, and I think this is happening in multiple organizations. Right. So there's a process of KT, knowledge transfer, right, and finding documents, and generally people use a SharePoint for it. Right. If you're working on Teams, you'll have a SharePoint. Every of your document is there. You'll find the document. Let's say you have worked on a project before, and now I have to take over that project, or there is something related to that I'm doing, so I need to connect with you. Those kind of thing. Or I'll ask you, hey, is any technical documentation that you can share, right? And one step better was you had everything in your GitHub, so I can log into GitHub and I can see that. Now we have moved even one step ahead, right? So what we can do is, and this is something that is happening in my organization, is we are building kind of a helper agent, which is a Git helper agent kind of stuff, right? So we have all of our knowledge into Git, and there's a wiki option in Git, so we add all of our knowledge to Git wiki, right? And then we use that knowledge to answer. Now if it just answer on a basis of a text, then it's not an agent, it's a RAG model, or you can say RAG chatbot, retrieval augmented generated chatbot, right? Which is Gen AI project kind of stuff. What makes it an agent? It's actions, right? So what we are currently working on is, because see, Git has all these logs and all the records, and it'll allow you to take actions as well, right? So what we are working on is, I have a channel on my Teams where I can just write, hey, any details about that repository, or if any actions that I have to take, so that I don't have to write Git commands, right? I don't have to write Git pull, Git merge, all these commands. Instead, I can just write text, and it will convert my text to commands, and then it will take an action, right? That's what makes us different, right? And these are small things, and that's what I observe, that AI, when I say an AI agent is smart or an AI agent is intelligence, that does not mean that the agent itself is intelligence. You will say that LLM behind is intelligence. Right. One of the step in the AI agent is a cognitive layer, right? Which is, you can say, a thinking or a planning layer. It all depends on that layer, how obviously your prompts and all, but how well that thing plans, reason itself. Right. That's what makes it different. And similarly, you'll have other examples as well of other startups doing the same. So there's a example of a startup called Artisan AI, right? So what they have done, and it's like they ran a quiet campaign that caught my eye, which was stop hiring humans, I mean, when we saw it, like, it sounds scary. I mean, I also work in IT sector, right? But if you look at the logic behind, what they have, right? So they are just like consulting companies, but instead of selling you a product or a POC, they'll have a POC of AI agents, right? So they'll analyze your company and they'll say, okay, that instead of these 3 people or these 4 people, you can have one AI agent, and let's say you can keep one person who can work along with the AI agent.
Okay.
Right, so you can save money on that.
Okay.
Right, so they basically sell AI agents to replace human. Right, and they see regular tasks, and there are many other small things as well, right? Whenever let's take an example of a product manager or a scrum master kind of a role, where your major role is to optimize the work, just to make sure everything is working fine. Raise alerts, right? Raise escalations on stories, check Jira tickets, who is assigned to, assign it to someone else, see why it's not move ahead, read the comments, those kind of things. These are the tasks that will be first to get automated. And as I said, as ServiceNow is allowing it, other tools will also allow it. We are allowing AI integration, that will give you some API, will give you some easy way to integrate with your own tool. Right. So that's what makes it different, I would say, that everyone is a part of it.
They have got the idea about the AI agents and why it is so much in talk in the industry and why they should not ignore it. Now the big question is how to do it, right? What is that step-by-step roadmap, right, which can cover majority of the things so that they can build their own AI agents, work on really good practical projects, making solid portfolio with the help of that. So can you elaborate that part, what to learn and pinpointing the important things as a complete roadmap?
So this is where it becomes interesting, Ishan. I would say, if someone will ask me, hey, I want to learn LLM, right? Where should I start from? I'll tell them, hey, first learn machine learning, right? Because that is a fundamental. But for AI agents, you don't need to be an expert in machine learning. You don't need to be an expert in generative AI. You just need to have a solid understanding of Python. And when I say solid, I don't mean that you need to have an understanding of DSA. If you are like 6 on 10 or 7 on 10 on Python, you are good to go. Right. And then there are several frameworks or libraries that are there in Python, which will help you build an AI agent, right? Libraries like LangChain, LangGraph, 𝗏AI, PhiData. These are just, some that I'm talking of, and some that are popular, and all of them have their specific role. One of them is, let's say, 𝗏AI. It's famous for building multi-agent system where you have more than one agent in one system. And some of them, like LangGraph, works on a graph-like structure, right? It has known advantages. So, and once you have a knowledge of all these libraries, you can build an AI agent quite easily, right? Because you'll know what all components I can add. And apart from that, even if you don't want to code, there are tools like Relevance AI and n8n, which allow you to build these with, completely low code, or you can say low code, right? You just need to add some configuration and you're good to go. They'll give you a UI of drag and drop, and you can build an AI agent. Now, I always say this one thing, that people who are good problem solvers, people who are good in solution design, things like we face in consulting interviews, like, can you plan out a solution for me? If you can plan out a workflow on pen and paper, you can build an AI agent now, right? Because you have to think from a user perspective, those kind of stuff, the end product goal, right? Those things becomes quite important. And I think this perhaps is the first thing in AI, which heavily emphasizes on that thing. We say, there is a business aspect in data science as well, but that has increased highly when it comes to AI agent. And we are teaching all this in our bootcamp as well, right? So that's why it took us that much of a time to plan that bootcamp, right? Because it's, as you said, right, the first question, it's too much happening, right? We wanted a structured path. I myself was trying to learn it from many places, many books, and the problem I faced was, the content was quite unstructured, right? And my way of teaching is always like in a story manner, right? Where I can connect day 2 to day 1, day 3 to day 2, so that people know what we are doing and what we have done previously and what we'll do next, right? So in our course, it's an 8-week course, and completely weekend classes, specifically designed so that, people don't nobody has to skip college and nobody has to skip work. And along with that, we are building 8 great projects, and these are not capstone projects. These all projects are something that you can take to your interview. You will have questions on this project, and I always say that, you know, it's really the projects that raises question in an interview are good projects, right? Because then only you'll have a discussion on it, right? And then only you can answer what you have built, you know, things like that. So I think course is live and the classes will start on 19 July. I hope to see many people in that, because AI agent is something really happening really fast.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it just feels like 1 or 2 months before we were on LangGraph and LangChain, which is like the module 1 of this course. And now I'm seeing people working heavily on NA10, which is like module 8 of this course.
So that would be a like smooth journey, not just directly jumping onto those frameworks where you can do it like via low code or something, but follow that process of learning as well how to do it programmatically, like writing some code and build those agents.
Yeah, I mean, if you any developer, you know, who has worked on cloud will agree to this, right? That you have an option to build things in cloud from the UI, and then you have option to build it using command line interface.
Correct.
And you have more authority and more power when you build it with command line interface.
Correct.
Right. So that's why we are covering the tools first, and then the low code platforms are there.
Awesome. Yeah, I know this is going to be a very, very interesting bootcamp, because we have kept it really, really practical. We don't believe on that too much of theory part. So build the agents and learn things on your own, right? That's how we have planned it. And bootcamp starting really soon. You can check the link in the description or visit www.growdataskills.com and hurry up. As he mentioned, starting from 19th of July. So don't miss this opportunity. And he'll see you in the live classes. Somebody should be master in the machine learning and what someone learns in the data science domain. They have to master those things first, then they can only create those AI agents, or slight knowledge of few things will help them and they can work on it. What's your take?
So slight knowledge will work, right? Because to build an AI agent, you have to be a good user of AI.
Okay.
Right? If you think that you use ChatGPT better than your colleague, you can build an AI agent. Right? I've seen people using ChatGPT plus subscription, and then I see they are not getting their desired result, and then I see their prompt and, you know, the way they are talking, because it's a machine, right?
Okay.
Just like we handle any other machine, you'll have to answer, you know, we have to proper structure your conversation with it, and then, you know, GPT and LLMs gives you really good results, right? And a good understanding of machine learning, LLM, GenAI is a plus. If you just know what they do, right? If you can hit a machine learning model for me, if you can hit an LLM for me, I can get results from the LLM, you're good. You don't need to understand how LLM is built. You don't need to understand how this machine learning model is working. If you have that knowledge, it's great, but it's not a prerequisite. The prerequisite is only Python, because the libraries are there in Python.
Talking about this thing as well, I know and we both know there are a lot of LLMs as well in the industry, and mostly all of them claims that their LLM is the best, right? So considering this part, and we want the aspiring learners not to get confused with so many LLMs, what would you recommend them that they can focus on easily and maybe not spending too much on the subscription plans and learn things strongly? Which LLM will you recommend them?
See, when you are a learner, you have options, right? If you are working in industry, then you don't have an option. Whatever your company gives you, okay, hey, we are using this, you have to use this.
Correct.
When you are a learner, my personal preference is OpenAI, right? And again, Sam Altman is not paying us to say this, but it's more comfortable. And I think because it came first, so, you know, that number of resources they have, number of threads or conversation they have is more, right? So even if you get stuck, you know, it's comparatively easy to debug that. And along with that, you know, the framework supports is better, because again, it came first, right? So the frameworks has an internal option to connect with different LLMs, right? So because it came first, it has a high probability that in every framework there would be option to connect to OpenAI.
Correct. Right? Correct. First mover advantage sort of thing.
Yeah, same. Right. So my preference is OpenAI.
Likewise, like I am also too much into that one, not juggling between so many LLMs and subscription plans. My question is around the job profile. So, since you are closely into this domain particularly, uh, so what you have seen in the interview pattern, right? Even if it's the interview for the data science role or the machine learning engineer role, they are expecting folks to have the knowledge of building the AI agents, or the expectations will be different. Like, can we expect the dedicated job profile as well, like named as AI agent developer or something? I don't know whether it will come up or not, or you have already seen it, it is in the market.
So first answering whether there is a specific role. So there is a specific role. You can see it on LinkedIn as well, and it will be like agent developer. You'll have to design an agent, and then they ask you to have that problem solving skill as well. So interviews for those specific role will be more around, they'll give you a problem, okay, this problem you have, now you design an agent, right?
Okay.
So that's a different thing. Now when it comes to people who are already in data science or AI field and they are not doing agent as of now, if you go for a particular role, as of now all the roles in data science and AI are asking you to have some knowledge at least for AI agent, right?
Okay.
And it's simple logic because their client is asking them to add AI agents to them, to the projects, right? So they want people to know AI agents, right?
Okay.
There are many courses going on in companies itself, to upskill people, right? There are many initiatives going on, okay, learn this thing or do a POC. And as I said, you have both low code platforms and a coding platforms as well to build this,
Right.
yeah. And for people who are completely transitioning to a role, right, you can look this as you don't need to transition, right?
Okay.
AI agent will come to you, right? You look at your work, you see if you can automate something there, you use your knowledge of AI agents to actually see, and you propose it to your seniors or people who have the power, and they'll accept it because it will save them money, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that sort of thing is, right? You don't need to completely change everything your job and start working as an AI engineer, right? You can learn this thing and implement it in your own work, and that's what I have seen a lot. People see AI as a different industry. It's not an industry, right? You should see it as a tool that
Right.
can be a part of all the industry.
And almost everyone is using it. I am in the data engineering profession. Most of the platforms we were using, it is there, be it Databricks, Snowflake, AI assistant is there to help you just write the plain text, do not even need to remember the syntaxes. So that's how they are just improving things so that the development process can be expedited and things can be delivered in the fast paced manner. So so far we haven't discussed anything about the salary part of it, right? Have you seen interesting facts about the folks who are working on the AI agents, how much they are earning and how much companies are willing to pay them?
So numbers are quite high, I would say, and the logic behind that is quite clear. Very less people know how to build an AI agent, right? I mean, you can easily build an AI agent which does very small tasks, but when it comes to actually using any framework, like 𝗏𝗏 or LangGraph, or using making end-to-end, what you say, an end-to-end project. So in that case, the resources are quite less, and that is why the pay is quite high. You can easily expect like more than 30 to 50 LPA, right, for AI engineers, who have a knowledge of AI agents. And same goes in freelancing, right? You can expect $100 per hour, right, for AI agent work, and the work would be to understand the problem, design an AI agent, build that AI agent, and deploy it, right? So that compensation is quite high, and I think it makes sense. I mean, when LLM was new, the Gen AI was new, right? Same thing was around Gen AI, right? And when machine learning was new, same things was around machine learning, right? So I think this is a high time to catch on that drift before you see AI agent or AI agent expert all around you, because at that point people will look for experience.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. You know how to build an AI agent, but how much month or year of experience you have?
Right.
Yep. And then everyone will have same projects, right? same thing that is happening in machine learning, right? That everyone knows about machine learning. Everyone, like, 80% of the project and the CV are same, right? And that's why when we go in interviews, people look for experience first, and then they ask really deep dive questions, right? And currently the agent market is as such that even if you have a basic knowledge of AI agents, that will be a big plus for you.
If anyone coming from a different background, can they get into this one, or they must have some sort of data background? Like, give your transparent answer to this so that they have the clarity what they need to start first. I don't want them just to run behind any hyped term in the industry right now. Like, I don't know anything about data science ML, but I'm hearing a lot about AI agent, and directly I'm exploring something on YouTube, looking for the courses and all that, and I'm wasting my time, right? So what's your thought on that part?
Shak, I'll be completely honest here, right? I think we have never, I would say, sell hope to people, right? Which I think it's makes us different. What I would say is that this is a part of AI. Okay, this is a part of AI. This is not something different from AI. It's just does not require you to be that expert in AI. Okay, it just didn't require you to have an expertise machine learning, deep learning, these things, but you will be working around those things, right? So you might have to spend some time to get comfortable around machine learning, comfortable around LLM, comfortable around SQL, these kind of stuff, comfortable around API, right? That is a true thing. You'll have to spend some time on that, right? But you don't have to be an expert in it. And I can say it like this: you have to be a good user of these things, right? You have to be a good user of LLM. You have to be a good user of machine learning. Because I can hit the machine learning model, get the results, right? And you should have a good understanding of product understanding and designing the complete user flow, which will be this will be your best thing from a user perspective. Those kind of things. These are really important. Along with that, that curious mind is really important in AI, right? Absolutely. When you're coming into AI, you have to become a lifelong learner. Right, there is no backing out from it. And what I have seen is people who are new to AI generally make good AI agents because they make it simple. Right, they think from a user perspective, make it simple. People who are expert, who are working as a data scientist, sometimes
overcomplicate things.
Yeah, they overcomplicate things. Yeah, this is like obvious, people should know this. But you should think like where your agent is actually getting used.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with all your points, and the main point, not selling any random hopes, because that will waste someone's very crucial time, right? So whatever is needed, just be upfront, transparent, that have these things, then get started with it. Perfect. So this was very insightful, Shubhankit. All your experience about your profession, profile, and what is trending in the industry, you have shared with the aspiring learners who want to get into this domain, and I'm pretty sure it has helped them a lot to get the clear visibility what they need to do, and why looking into AI agent has become really important for them nowadays, right? They can't stay away from it for very longer period of time. So a big thanks from my side and from entire audience side that you came here and shared your experience. And again, just repeating myself that the bootcamp of the Agentic AI is starting really soon, in just 2 days itself. So link is in the description, or visit www.growdataskills.com. And here is your mentor who will be teaching everything from basic to advanced in the live classes. So thank you so much, Shubhankit.
Thank you, Shank.
So yeah, that is pretty much I had for all of you in this amazing podcast with Shubhankit. I hope you got the complete idea about the Agentic AI, how it works, why it is different with other profile and other terms, and how to get expertise into it, the learning path and all those things. If yes, you find it informative, make sure to give a like in the big numbers. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the notification icon as well. And as I said, our very first batch of online live classroom Agentic AI bootcamp starting really soon. So make sure to join it as soon as possible. Very limited seat in this cohort. Link has been given in the description, or you can visit www.growdataskills.com. In case you have any doubt, any query, any question, give us a call or WhatsApp message on this given number. So I am eagerly waiting for all of you in the live classes.